E-mini S&P futures are flat. VIX is drifting lower, the kind of calm that feels uneasy. Perfect time to stick to our style, which is conservative, patient, probability-driven trading. And today that means we're lining up a couple of new positions, including getting short gold as it pushes to new highs. Let's trade together on Decay Factor. All right, let's get started. Today is 9/3, September 3rd on a Wednesday. Let's take a look at the market and see what's happening here. The E-mini S&P futures are up by 0.09%, with the VIX futures down by 0.4. The VIX is down by 1.22. Let's take a look at the chart here for the E-mini S&P futures, and we can see here that we are trading dead center on this 3 ATR line. And I don't know. What do you think? Looks like we might roll over, but who knows? Let's take a look at the VIX futures. If we zoom in here just a bit, we can see that we are still slightly elevated over the last, let's say 5, 6, 7 sessions. 5 or 6 sessions rather, but we are down from this little spike that we had here yesterday in the VIX futures. All right, let's go over to the positions tab. Let's take a look at what we have. We'll make sure we're sorted alphabetically. We have 2 positions with legs in the money, and we have both legs in the money here on Chipotle. Let's go to the analysis tab. We can see that Chipotle is still floating around this, it's 41.72 right now. Just a slight down day from yesterday. Well, it's kind of trading like in the same zone as yesterday. We're looking for a rally here in Chipotle, but nothing to do right now while we wait for that to happen. Moving on down to IBM, we have a vertical short put spread here. And in the analysis tab, we can see that we are trading between our short strike and our long strike. It looks like we may have came up just a little bit here in IBM. Let's take a look at the chart. Yeah, it looks like we have just ever so slightly, but just trading dead center also on that 3 ATR line there. So looking for a rally here in IBM to bring us up into this zone over the next couple of weeks. Back to the positions tab, you can see our positions again are thin, still thin. We don't have a lot on right now, volatility being low. We haven't put on a lot of new positions lately, so be looking out for a volatility spike, an increase in volatility to pump some more premium into the market and into these specific options so that we can get some more theta on and really start making some money. But right now, we're just kind of holding out, sliding with the positions that we have on now. Let's take a look at DTE here. Everything we have is 44 DTE, so nothing we need to do now for a couple of weeks. And then let's take a look at IVR and see if we have any naked or undefined risk positions on that are less than 20. Well, we already know by looking at IBM and Chipotle that both of those are defined risk spreads, and those are the only 2 under 20, so nothing we have to do there. Earnings is coming up on 10/22 for IBM and 10/24 for CNC, so nothing we have to do there for the near term either. All right, well, let's take a look at the watch list and see if there's just any opportunity here for us to put some new positions on. When we come to the high options volume watch list here with these parameters set up, we're showing everything. We're excluding earnings within the next 30 days with IV rank 30 plus, last price of 20 with volume at least 500,000. No max limit on that with 3 and 4-star liquidity. This is what we get. Now I'm just going to start with that 4-star liquidity list so that we can kind of cherry pick and see if maybe there's anything here that we can put on first. And if we can find something great, if not, we'll go down to that 3-star liquidity rating list. So we're going to sort this and make sure it's sorted by the IV 5-day change. So we have SOC 95 IV rank 3.78 million traded with a 10 or 0.1 correlation with the SPY, which is a good low correlation to the SPY. Let's go to the trade tab and let's set up a strangle and see what we can find here. This is not an underlying that I'm familiar with. I don't think I've traded it before, so we'll kind of see how it goes here. But let's go to the table tab. We're out in the 44 in October cycle. We'll pull the puts down to 15 delta, calls up to 16 delta. We can collect $1.62 with a buying power effect of 456, a pop of 73, and a P50 of 87. This all looks really good. We have a 10-cent wide spread here on the calls and about a 15-cent wide spread on the puts. But this is a 4-star liquidity, 4-star rated underlying. So, beggars can't be choosers. And let's take a look at the market here and just kind of see what it's doing. Oh, we had a little bit of a drop down here. This thing seems to be just a little choppy up and down here for the last year. If we go over back to the trade tab, we're looking at the 16 put and the 35 call. So if we come back over here to the chart, that puts us down here on the put side and up here on the call side, which really kind of covers the range of the last year of trading. And I say last year, are we going back a year? Yeah, we're going back a year. So I'm comfortable with this. Let's put it on. Let's collect $1.64 or $1.62 or wherever we land with a buying power effect of 456 for this, and get us some short premium on here. So SOC is currently set to closing only. Only closing trades may be submitted at this time. Closing only. Well, you know what? We'll clear it out and we'll move on to the next one. Let's go to LQDA here. And this one typically doesn't pan out for us, but let's go ahead and try to set up a 44-day, and we'll go to the 20 delta here. We'll go to the 22 delta on the calls, 252, 2100. A little bit more buying power than I'm ready to commit right now on a short strangle, naked, undefined risk position. So I'm going to pass on this one, and we'll clear that out. We'll move down to the next one, mRNA. Moderna, let's go to trade and short strangle. Let's move it up here to the 18 delta on the calls and the puts, only collecting 73 cents. It's not worth our time, so we'll clear that out. We'll go down to BAX, skipping GDX as we put a position on in there yesterday. Let's take a look at the short strangle here. Well, let's go out to the 44-day on this one, and we're just a little thin on strikes on that one. When we go back to Moderna, let me just make sure we were in the right cycle on that one. Maybe we were looking at the 16-day. It's easy to do. I think we might have been looking at the 16-day. This one doesn't look too bad. 5 pennies wide on the puts and 6 pennies wide on the calls, collecting $1.40 with a 69 pop and an 80 P50. Buying power effective 570. I don't hate this. That was almost an easy mistake that I just made there, looking at the wrong expiration cycle. Let's go ahead and route this one here. We're going to route it for $1.40. We didn't get filled, so let's drop it down here to $1.39. And we're still not filled. Let's drop it to $1.38. This thing is running away from us here. And we're filled for $1.38, short strangle in Moderna, mRNA. So let's go over here to this position here. We're going to select both legs, group it as a strangle, and then we'll go ahead and put our close profit for 50% target here with a good till cancel order, review and send order. And that one is resting and waiting to make a little bit of money for us. We're going to, let's see here. How much did we collect? $1.41. Yep, we collected dollar. Let me go over here to the. Yep, $1.38. $1.38. So we'll be looking to collect or to make what it's at. Is it 50, 65, 69 cents on this one? Ah, there it is right there. All right, let's move back to our watch list here, and let's go take a look at. I think we looked at BAX, but I don't remember. It's been 3 minutes, and those minutes go by fast. So let's take a look at the 44-day. Yep, the October. Oh, I remember. No premium, and the strikes are no good. So we'll go down to silver. Silver usually doesn't pan out for us. Not a lot of premium in silver, but you know what? Let's take a look at that and see what happens. We'll go down to the 44. We'll go down to the 18 delta, and let's call it the 19 delta, 76 cents. I'm just not feeling doing all this for 76 cents. I wonder though what a call spread looks like in silver. Let's go over here to where are you? Elusive call spread, short call spread. All right, so let's go a dollar wide. Here gives us 33 cents. So if we go this would be $6 wide. Only gives us 73 cents. Eek. Yeah, that's not good. $2 wide gives us 57 cents. I don't know. I think I'll pass on silver. Gold. Let's take a look at gold here. What's gold doing? What happened to our? We had there it is, our IV rank. We do have a little spike here in IVR on GLD. We put a position on in GDX yesterday, so I'm not just super excited about stacking up so much on gold, but even if it's in different products. But let's go to a short strangle here. We'll push it out to the 44-day cycle. We'll slide up on the put side, or slide down rather, I guess, to the 16 delta. We'll slide up on the call side to, let's call it the 16 delta. A pretty good liquidity here, $1.89, $1.93 on the calls, $1.67, $1.71 on the puts, collecting $3.70. But we're risking, well, this is not really risking, but our buying power effect is 48.01. So let's say, hey, let's make these round numbers. We'll go to 310 and we'll go to 305. We'll buy the 305 puts. So we have $5 spread here, 3.5, 3.010. And let's do the same thing on this side. Let's slide on down here down to the 355, just so it's a round number, and then we'll buy the 360. Gives us a credit of $1.03. So we have 355 to 360, $5 wide, 305 to 310, $5 wide. We have a 71% pop with an 84% P50, collecting $1.03 with a buying power effect of $3.97. Our shorts are at 310 and 355. Let's go take a look at the chart here. That puts us at 310, right around this ballpark. It kind of gets into an area that I'm a little uncomfortable with because I'd rather be further down here. And then what did we say? 355. We're kind of way up here. So I'd like to be a little short on this position. So let's talk about maybe bringing this down to 350, bringing this to 355, and let's see if we can get away from it a little bit more on this side. We'll go down to the 300 and the 305, still collecting $1.04, Pop's 71, P50's 84, buying power effects 396. Let's take a look at how that looks compared to the chart a little bit better. So we're at the 305 and the 350. So we're over here at the chart. So that puts us at 305, a little further down. We actually go to about 304 for break even. So 305 and then 350 brings us up here. I feel a little bit better about this, getting short gold here at these all-time highs. So for $1.02, let's route it. We're only risking 396. Who cares if we lose? Just make sure we're in the 44-day cycle. Yes, we are. We'll route that for $1.03. And let's drop it down, see if we can get filled at $1.02. And if we can't, we'll go ahead and replace it again for $1.01. 101, is it going to take? Nope. Let's go down to $1. $1 even. This is the magic number. And we got filled for $1 in GLD on a short iron condor. So let's hop over to here to the positions tab. We'll select all these legs. We're going to group those. Look at how smart Tasty is. It knows it's an iron condor. So we're going to group it, and then we're going to select all those legs again. We'll say we'll close for a 50% profit for a whopping 50 cents on this one for a good till cancel. Send to order, and it is waiting to make us $50 here on a one lot in gold. Let's go back to our watch list, see if there's anything else here that we can do. I'm not excited about VXX. KO has earnings coming up on October 22nd, but it does have a 35 IV rank. 68 is what it's trading for, 26 million with about a 0.49 correspondence to the SPY, or correlation to the SPY rather. Let's go ahead and set up a short strangle in here and see what happens. We'll push it out to the 44-day, and same story, different underlying. Not enough strikes here to really work with. I mean, we can hit that 20 delta on each side, which is kind of interesting, collecting 97 cents, but I don't want to do that and reduce my buying power by $1,000. It's just not going to happen for me. So we'll hop back over here to the watch list. We'll move down to EWZ. We'll do a short strangle here. We'll go down to the 18 on the puts, 17 on the calls, 29 cents, no premium. Skip that. Let me just make sure I didn't speak too quickly here. Did we go out to the 44-day? 20 delta? There's no premium anyway. So let's skip that. All right. Let's go to Dow. And this is not the Dow Jones. This is Dow Inc. And let's set it up, go to the 44-day and pull it out to the, gosh, I don't like these strikes. There's just nothing there. Even if we went to the 22 delta and 32 delta, it's $1.33. I could do that, but it's pretty tight here. 45, 49, 85, 88, 61, 76, 335. I'm not running away from this one. Let's take a look. 22 and a half, 27 and a half. What does it do? 22 and a half. Gosh, it's just, I mean, this thing moves a little bit. So I don't know. I'm going to err on the side of just not trading Dow. Let's hop back over to LQD. Didn't we look at, we looked at LQDA before. LQD. I get those confused, I think. Let's take a look at LQD. Not going to pan out, guarantee you. Not even worth looking at. 44. Why am I wasting your time right now? 18 and 19, 57, and $2,000 in the buying power effect. Run from that. We'll have to remember that for next time. And ETHA we have a position on, and KHC is red on the IV 5-day change, so we're going to skip that one. So let's just recap real quick here. We sold a short strangle in mRNA, Moderna, and we got filled for $1.38. And we sold a short iron condor in GLD. We got filled for $1, both in the October cycle. All right, well, that's it for today. Join us again tomorrow for another run through of managing the portfolio. See you soon.